ATL with another.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, baby mamas, baby daddies, and everybody in between. It's your boy, Gresh Unleashed.
I'm like mellow when I shoot, I don't miss. Yeah, they better check my stats, call me Chris. Yeah, I look fly, but I'm known to whip that trick. Real quick, dog, let me talk my ish. 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 Yeah, I'm feeling unleashed, call me Gresh. Yeah, I'm feeling unleashed, call me Gresh. Yeah, I'm feeling unleashed, call me Gresh. Yeah, I'm feeling if I could be serious for a minute, my Twitter is never timid. Ain't wrestling is for who? No chill, Mr. No Limit. I'm back on my grind, baby. I'm back in my bag lately. My mama ain't raising food. Pray for me, don't ever play me. Like Triple H in his prime, it's my time. You never could write me off. I make dollars on my dime. I've been a draw, a charisma that you can't ignore. Ain't nobody messing with my clique. That's the metaphor. I'm like mellow when I shoot, I don't miss. Yeah, they better check my stats, call me Chris. Yeah, I ain't fly, but I'm known to whip that trick. Real quick, dog, let me talk my ish. 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 Yeah, I'm feeling unleashed, call me Gresh. Yeah, I'm feeling unleashed, call me Gresh. Yeah, I'm feeling unleashed, call me Gresh. Yeah, I'm feeling unleashed. It's still eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Try to violate my peace, and I'm quick to hit delete. Got a V trigger coming for you, Twitter typing tough guys. Dealing with the real deal, now you better recognize. I'm tired of being humble, but they can't knock me out. Wreck everyone and leave, this what it's all about. I'm the man around here, yeah, I'm meant to prove it. They said it's ludicrous, I said they better move it. There's main event in my name, look how I'm getting these gains. I'm up, while they down, this ain't a game, it's just me, oos. Day one from the jump,
My bad.
Yeah, we good.
let me switch to the actual instrumental before I lose track of my thought.
You get.
But what up, man? You know what time it is. It's that time.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm ready for it, bro. I'm ready.
I got you up past your bedtime. It's okay.
Yeah. It's look. I was preparing for this since yesterday.
You was like, let me. Damn, I keep forgetting you gotta take a whole day to prepare. Like, let me prepare to wake up because I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm in a whole routine now. You know, I get up around like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to go work out.
So we're on the same routine basically because I've literally been up since 4.
Yeah.
And before, I think like around 9, I had to literally lay down for a split second because I caught myself getting tired. I was like, let me close my eyes for like 20 minutes.
I wanted to do that so bad, but I actually recorded prior to this. So I was editing that recording.
Gotcha. Because I'm about to say, I had to put an alarm on still though, because if I didn't, I would have fell asleep. I would have been done for the day, and I would have been like, I was supposed to do something today. But other than that, how you been? Like I've been literally, I did back to back upper body and arm day and had to move a lot of boxes. Yeah,
man. Look, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm sore, but good.
We're aging,
that's my
brother.
favorite part about working out too. I think it when I say this, I kind of some people like look at me a little weird when I say this, but I like feeling the soreness after a workout.
Oh, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Huh?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
It just helps me know that I'm doing something right. That's whether it's adding more weight to
when you feel that tightness on the chest when it's chest day, let you know you're doing something right, because it's like if you're not, that means it's like okay, you gotta switch it up. You spent the entire hour and a half. Because I go to the gym, the max I spent in the gym was nearly 3 hours.
Oh my god. Wow. Yeah.
Because I do the reason why is because I don't rush through. I literally take my time, and I can literally text you my list. I literally add stuff every day to something. So there's literally, I think if I count on one hand, I'm pretty sure it's literally like probably not that many. It's probably like 12 bullet points or not, I lied, like 30 bullet points.
Oh my god.
And that's just on Monday. I ain't even talking about through the week. It's like, cause I got everything broke down for like upper body. I mean, I got for chest and upper body, back, core. Then I got core, leg. Then I got leg and back, and I got catch up basically for Friday and Saturday. So basically I have to catch up. So like if I miss a day because of work or whatever, I literally spend a long time on Friday or Saturday catching up.
Yeah, go ahead and send me that list.
Oh yeah, I got you. So Dwayne will hop in when he hops in. What we're gonna do, we're not gonna keep people waiting too much longer because we got a show to do. I got a show to run, and it's pretty much a simple show. Like I was giving him 10 minutes. I always give everybody a 10-minute grace period. Yeah. After that, you hop in when you hop in, but you already know the deal. So I'm about to hit this intro. You're gonna be muted, and we're about to get this show started.
Sounds good.
Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, stand to your feet and make noise for Gresh Unleashed.
Let's go! When the club go around here, I'm a cactus. Bang, bang, gang, I don't owe you jack. When I'm in the think it's just me and my best friends. OC cutting no slack. Hollywood Miz, you can put me on the A-list. Gresh Unleashed, better put it on your playlist. Me and my fam be ballin' like the Bruce. Fight night, baby, hard hitting like Sheamus. Family first, yes, bloodline business. Winning all the gold, look at how they witness. I was taught to be the greatest. 1,000 days I'm running, check out the book of Guinness. Coolin' with the baddies in the baddie section. Guarantee you they ain't jaded. Yellow, you baby face, I ain't feeling your gimmick. The fans think it's overrated. Brock Lesnar on the beast. Eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Whole new swag with a price on the tag. Coming live from the west to the east. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level gotta increase. Bringing content on a daily. Feeling like Gresh Unleashed.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, baby mamas, baby daddies, and everybody in between. Welcome back to the Gresh Unleashed podcast. This is episode 90 of the show that brings you the good vibes to the best of our abilities. Joining you as always is the voice that does the most, the purveyor of mischief, Gresh. And joining me usually as always is my main man, my right-hand man, the voice of the Unleashed Anthem, and the Prince of Botch himself, Mr. Hi-Lite Real, but he probably fell asleep. But nevertheless, we are here with one of my other best friends in the whole wide world. He is the voice and the creator of OTS Media Co. He is none other than DJ himself, Derek Myers Jr. What's good with you, brother?
All is well. All is well. Good to see you, bro. And can I just say this one thing? it every time I see the intro and anything you're doing, it takes me back to how everything began. It's good to see. It's good to see the growth.
Yeah, a lot of people don't really know the original incarnation of the show. Jesus Christ, the misspelling of words and oof.
Yeah. Oh, look. It could be a whole episode just on that alone because I look back at my old stuff.
I tell people all the time, if you weren't there for it, don't go looking for it. Don't exist no more.
Yeah. I do not tell anybody much about the past stuff, so I definitely get it.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, today's episode is pretty chill. We're on the road to 100 episodes of this current incarnation and beyond. This is pretty much a light episode because it's mainly focused on Bad Blood this weekend, that which you and I and a couple of our friends will be actually there in attendance, as well as we'll be talking about. Well, in my case, we will be giving our final thoughts on the Mr. McMahon documentary for Netflix, because the reason I say final thoughts, I've been giving my thoughts since Thursday, Sunday, and yesterday. So I'm like, I want to get your opinion on it as well. And then after this, you won't hear the name Mr. McMahon from us ever again, unless something new happens, because it's at that point now where everybody, I feel like it's a general consensus of it, but we'll definitely dive into it. But nevertheless, this is the point of the show where we chop it up with the fam and we pretty much just spout anything you want to talk about, whether it's wrestling related, outside of the main topics, of course, like anything wrestling happened. Anything caught your attention this week?
Just anything in general, or
just anything in general, like anything. I know you mainly watch SmackDown and Raw.
Yeah, well, I'm last night I didn't planning for the wedding and stuff like that. I didn't get to watch.
I get it.
I didn't get to watch it.
Honestly, Raw this week, it's like I went in with this mentality. I'm already sold on the show because I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
Nothing else would have sold me on the show. Like if you weren't already intent on watching the show like 3 weeks ago, this is pretty much like, okay, here's why you should watch.
Yeah. I will say, because I did get to see part of it. I didn't get to see the whole show, but I did get to see portion where CM Punk and McIntyre had their confrontation. Now, I'm not, of course, like I said, I didn't see the whole show. But what was the purpose of the Hell in a Cell being there last night?
Have you you remember when I think it was I think I've seen it happen before. I'm trying to use this as a good example. You remember when Triple H and Kevin Nash feuded like in 2003, I think?
Yeah.
They did something similar.
Okay.
where it was kind of like, okay, this is what you're going to set up, because I feel like this was more so of a way of them saying, hey, we know the Hell in a Cell has been looked at as a joke for the past, I guess you could say, couple of years. Like they
Yeah.
turned it red. They turned
Yeah.
it pretty much where every match they had his own pay per view where every match was a Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That was overkill.
they kind of overkilled it. So I'm guessing he was like, okay, this is the one match that we're going to focus on. This is the one situation. Like, okay, here, this is we're taking this serious. Like, I know there's been a debate about whether this should be the main event or not. Do you feel like this should be the main event?
I've always felt like that with Hell in a Cell in general, because it's such a huge match anyway. I wouldn't
Mhm.
mind it being main event, but I can understand why it's not. If it's not the main event, it should be co-main event. Because I've always thought of the Hell in a Cell being a match that should be toward the end of the card anyway.
Yeah,
Um,
it shouldn't open.
it should never open, no. So unless you're going to do the whole card in Hell in a Cell, I don't see.
I don't know if you remember TNA. Remember they did that with like their lockdown cages where every
Yeah,
match was inside the steel cage,
yeah.
and it was kind
Yeah,
of
good old
overkill.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I would say co-main event, main event spot that'd be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, what went down on the show, we saw the unveiling of a new Intercontinental Championship from
Yes.
Jey Uso.
Yes.
Basically they added color to it because at first it was just gold.
Yeah.
What are your are you I didn't get your thoughts on this. I forgot to text you about it, and mainly wedding stuff.
You
Uh,
get.
what is your thoughts on Jay being Intercontinental Champion?
I like it. He has the popularity, so it makes sense to go ahead and capitalize on it by giving him the championship, right?
Hmm.
But I'm questioning like how this is gonna go with the OG bloodline storyline. Like
I've
if he were to
I,
come back,
I've come on record with saying I feel like he shouldn't go back, but I feel like if he does go back, he shouldn't stay.
just just an appearance.
Like he should help wrap it up,
Yeah.
and then he should go back to being his own. Like he should not like. I know everybody love the Usos. I love the tag team. I do too. But it's like
Yeah.
I feel like Jay has grown as his own. It would be regressive to see him go back
Hmm.
to doing what he did before,
Yeah.
and it would feel like a waste of time to me.
Yeah. I could see both sides of the argument. Because of course the tag team is it's great, but the singles run is amazing as well. So what does my only question would be when if and when Jimmy comes back, what's the angle for him? Like, are you going to be supportive of Roman Reigns, or are you going to, try and
Do his own
do another
thing.
tag team? Yeah, do you do another tag team? You're going to do singles? Like, what is the move for him? Um, that would be my only question with that. But I like Jay's run. At first, I wasn't truly feeling it, but it took some time. But I like this spot for him.
Was you not feeling the run, or were you not feeling the whole Yeet thing? Because I know a
The
lot of
Yeet
people
thing, bro.
that's been kind of a
Yeet. And then when he was going against Jimmy, he's like yeet, no yeet. That was just I was like, all right. I mean, like I'm cool with it if that's how y'all want to go, but I'm all right. But it's growing on me a little bit.
I'm just speeding through pretty much a little snippet of highlights because we're gonna basically go into more detail when we do the preview for Bad Blood. to kind
Yeah,
of give
yeah,
our
yeah.
predictions. And obviously, if Highlight doesn't hop on, he probably fell asleep, like I said, because I know he had a whole busy weekend in New York, and
Yeah,
he was decided to hop on, so he likely fell asleep. Like, hey, give us grace. We're
yeah,
aging. It happens. Trust
bro.
me. One of
Yeah, as
these
soon as
days,
you hit 30,
it's set up to where Highlight can hop on. It's one of these days I'm gonna fall asleep, and it's gonna literally be Gresh Unleashed without Gresh. That's
yeah.
how. So that's what I'm saying. So nah, it's cool that it's cool that we got DJ in the building though. But yeah, anything. Let me see what else happened on Raw real quick. Let me see. Oh, they teasing pretty much a further breakup of the New Day with
Yes,
Xavier
I did
Woods.
see that. I did see that tease. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't really like it.
Uh-oh.
I'm not a fan of the breakup. I was when like 10 years ago. I didn't like them. The whole bootios and everything. I wasn't a fan of that when it first happened. But I mean, after all this time, what's the point of breaking them up right now?
I
What
saw uh,
you gonna
I
do it?
saw a question somewhere. It was probably a throwaway question, but what if it's like they set it up to where Kofi agrees with Xavier's methods and turns with him, but gives Xavier the spotlight instead of it just a typical another New Day heel turn.
Oh, so
Because they're basically saying because they're building up to where Xavier wants single success because
yeah.
Big E WWE champion, Kofi WWE champion. He's like that's his biggest gripe.
Yeah.
He wants single success, and he's like, I feel right, I feel rectified in what I'm doing, but at the
Hmm.
same time, he doesn't realize that his rightness is costing him friendship. So it's like
Hmm.
he's obsessed with becoming a solo star, and what better way to get some type of heat than by attacking or cheating to win over one of the biggest babyfaces in wrestling history in Rey Mysterio by taking his mask off. So
That's a good angle. That's a good
one
angle.
that's what I got from it from like actually paying attention on while watching because I'm not like everybody else who likes to complain about what they're seeing. Like I get the respect that we talked about it last week. I
Hmm.
get where they're going. Like the legacy that New Day has will never be erased or
Right.
replicated. But at the
Right.
same time, I feel like something different needs to happen. And if a heel turn with Xavier Woods happening for the Intercontinental Championship because he's obsessed with that singles goal, because they're actually having Jay versus Xavier next week,
Right. Right.
and
Right.
I'm like, I pitched last week, like, what if Xavier loses and he loses his composure and then he gets the rematch and he cheats to win, a la Robert Roode or Bobby Roode
Oh
in
yes.
TNA when he
Yes.
won the world title. Instead of smashing a beer bottle, he could like smash the title over
Hmm.
him just because he's obsessed. And
Yeah.
then it's a slow turn where it's like, okay, Kofi, I did what I had to do because I'm right. And then it's
Hmm.
like a torn between Kofi either choosing to not go along with Kofi, or
Hmm.
it's a situation where Kofi is just appalled by it, and then we get a Kofi versus Xavier feud.
I I'm actually not mad at that. I love heels. Like I'm a big supporter of a heel turn. As long as it makes sense, I'm all down. I'm down for it. The reason why I like Xavier as a heel is because of the fact that he can be believable as it. I can't believe Kofi as a heel right now.
Yeah, because
I,
it's Kofi.
yeah, it's Kofi. Yeah, like I think Xavier facial expressions, the I think the high intellect as well can probably play into that.
Like, oh yeah, because he
It,
got a PhD in whatever he
something.
has a PhD in.
Yeah. But that could play a factor into being a heel, and who doesn't like a bad guy that has great intellect. who does not like that. I think that's
I be,
probably why like you could see like go through at the MCU. You know, like Thanos was really a
and
really good,
really intelligent.
he was really intelligent.
He just
He
let his
had a good
guard down after he
perspective.
won.
It just his methods weren't the best. Killmonger was another one.
Hmm?
I think it's good when you can tell a story like that, and why not try and go that route? So if that's the route they want to go with it, and breaking up the New Day, that I can be cool with. Just breaking them up just to break them up wouldn't make sense to me. But if that's the way that they want to go with it, and go heel, and I'm with that. I like that.
Yeah. Speaking of being with it, what up, Mr. Hi-Lite Real? You are alive. What up, brother? Can you hear me? Or you frozen? Yo, can you hear us? Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. I'm gonna let him get it situated because I don't know if he can hear us or not. Because I'm like, can you hear us, buddy? Can you hear us? Hey. Hello.
Yeah, he ain't hearing anything.
Goodbye. I got it. But anything else happened on Raw that I'm thinking of?
The
Let me check my
Damian
notes right.
Priest and
I'm getting bored with that.
I am too. Okay. Is it? I don't know, because I'm you just got me back into wrestling about a year or two ago, so I'm still trying to get caught up on some of the stuff that I missed while I was away. I'm not too big of a fan of Damian Priest in general. I don't think his storytelling is really that good. I don't know. I can't rock with him for some reason. And so I think that's why this whole thing with me with the Judgment Day is just
It's the repetitiveness that's
it's
losing me a
very
little
repetitive.
bit.
It's very repetitive.
The whole they tease to get the upper hand, and they get the upper hand because of numbers advantage, and then they're always running. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah. I'll be okay with them ending the storyline at Bad Blood. I could be okay with that. I do, however, love Dom and Liv. I love how they can annoy you.
Especially that laugh.
That laugh, yeah. I love that dynamic for real. So I'm good with it. And actually, I'm really impressed by Dom over the last couple of years. I didn't see this type of growth with him in such a short amount of time. So I that I can appreciate. But yeah, this storyline got to go, bro. I'm over it.
I feel like my gripe is at that point where it hasn't advanced, because when you look at it like this, the storyline arc technically started at SummerSlam,
right,
in August. It is October.
Yes.
it needs another. So I don't know if he was just stretching it, because we did have that Bash in Berlin show.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that pretty much made him extend everything.
Yeah.
Or if it was a case of it should have been Finn in that tag match instead of Dom. Because it's like, now this is the first time that you've seen, like you mentioned, Damian Priest not being a fan. It's like they haven't really given him much to tell you a story, because it's been the same thing over and over and over again. Yes, it's cool. Yes, he's over with the fans and all that stuff, but it's like they haven't really given him meal and seasoning to cook this story. It's literally the same old dry cut and paste lunch food that we got as kids. It's the same old. It's nothing. Nothing has gone forward. So I feel like they just stalled. They've been stalling a lot. So hopefully Bad Blood changes that. We obviously saw Damian Priest fall to Finn Balor and them. So if you go based off of wrestling history, Damian is likely going to win. I feel like Finn should win, because he has not won anything in a while. but I digress on that. But yeah, other than that, I feel like a lot of people feels the same way about this situation when it comes to just the story in general. Like it's at a stalling point. It needs to move
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah, it does. It does. And this would be a good time to go ahead and end it and move on. Um I am very intrigued by the setup with the Judgment Day.
Hmm.
Um because it's kind of being teased as if Finn is the new leader, but
Even though they don't like leaders.
you know, yeah, they don't like leaders, but he's always in the center when they pose or anything like that. So that's the one thing I'm looking forward to seeing, like with the progression of the Judgment Day storyline, is like, does that come into play at any point in time? But yeah, I don't know, man. I think we can be done with this.
Oh yeah.
Damian Priest thing. I'm y'all
I,
broke it up. Just break it up. Just
yeah, I
leave
feel
it.
like they probably should. They probably need a break from each
Yeah,
other
yeah,
and then
yeah.
come back.
Then come back to it a little later. I agree with that.
Last note would be, I guess you could say, Braun Breaker, the what they're doing with Braun Breaker, because he came out and congratulated Jay Uso
Yeah,
instead of being pissed off that he lost.
yeah.
So I'm guessing he's a babyface now.
Which is weird. I, I don't know. I I think keep him where he is in terms of his perspective with the story. Keep him on the heel side. I like that for him. I I don't like that. I don't like he came out and congratulated. I don't like that. That's too much of a face move, and I don't know that he would be too great of a face.
If you go based off his history in NXT, he wasn't really that good. He was kind of repetitive and limited,
Yeah,
and he got
yeah.
interesting when he turned heel and became dumb LeBron Breaker Toretto with the tan and all that stuff. So
Yeah, yeah. I'd say keep him heel for sure. And I would say if that's like more so the consensus, Triple H gonna keep an eye on social media and make sure that's the
yeah,
angle they.
that's one thing I've noticed. He's canonically online. Like a lot of stuff
Yeah,
that people complain about, he's always brought to attention.
I like
Let's. You said what?
I like that.
For sure.
Yeah.
Let's do a take two. Mr. Highlight, are you can you hear us, brother? Can you hear us?
Okay,
There
I
we
can
go.
hear y'all now. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sorry about that. That's why I was like, I saw y'all. I just couldn't hear anybody and was like, what the freak's going on? So I had to come back in this thing, man. But hey, everybody, what's going on? What's up? What's up? Uh, I
You
see
caught us in
y'all
the
over.
middle. You caught us in the middle of chopping up with the fam. It's all good.
Yeah, yeah. I see. Interesting thoughts there, D, on this Braun Breaker situation, man.
Yeah.
I honestly, I think he's still gonna have the edge that he has as a heel. He's probably just gonna be more. Think Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think they're trying to pull that kind of move with him where he'll still be edgy. He just won't be the NXT version of a babyface that Josh was just talking about. I don't think I don't think they're gonna ever send him back to that point of a babyface again where he's like that. I think he'll still be who he was. It's just gonna be more on the face side. Because realistically, the crowd was with him anyway, so having him as a heel kind of was pointless because those barks, that crowd eats it up. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well go ahead, make him face, just keep the edginess on him, let him still do what the heck he wants to do to people. It's just those same people gonna happen to be heels. That's pretty much it.
For sure. Anything else for Raw before we speed or skim through SmackDown? Did you want to add anything to what we already talked about?
Um, well, I did tell you I had some questions. One of them
Yeah.
started with that IC title right there, brother. How you like that dash of blue in there?
I love it. Like
Yeah.
someone cooked here when it comes to it because I feel like the original incarnation was kind of bland.
Yeah.
So it
Okay.
kind of and then when you look at Jay with it, it kind of adds to the aesthetic of what they're trying to go with him, with how it looks. Like it blends in perfectly.
I
Yeah.
So
agree.
I agree with that. So
This definitely was. It should have been. This honestly should have been the version that they introduced 5 years ago
yeah,
when Shinsuke had it the first time.
I
But
agree.
yeah.
hey, better
Does
late than never. That's all I gotta
the
say. Props to adding some color to it. Just
yeah.
don't. Just don't make it. I know some people want it to be white. I feel like it shouldn't be white.
Mm-mm.
That's just me
Nah,
though.
I like it. I like it. I mean, does this signal a really good title run for him?
I hope so. Like I wouldn't say. I hope it's not long. Like I
Yeah, I
hope
don't. I was gonna
I give
agree
it
with.
till January.
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna agree with Josh.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't have to be a long run for Jay. Actually, last week I was just telling Josh here. I was like, "Hey, bro, hear me out when I say that Xavier Woods, since he's already kind of showing signs of being a heel, let him be the guy that takes that title away from Jay." You know, I know they're already kind of teasing it with this. Actually, so far, Josh, they're right on track to what you were saying about last week, based off my theory. It looked like you
Yeah.
might be right what you were saying. See, this man got, Kofi got the title shot, gave it to Jay, and Jay's like, or, gave it over to Xavier Woods, and now it's going to be one of those things where he's probably going to lose. It's going to make him snap and go over the edge, and then all of a sudden, boom, that heel run for Xavier is on the way, and at some point, it leads to him getting that rematch, and then, dare I say, that's when he results to his heel tactics and wins that championship some kind of way, gets his first singles title, and they can continue that story with this title. So that look like it's heading that way, but we gonna see. We gonna see.
Like what DJ said, as long as they have a point with this split
Mm-hmm.
or heel turn, that's all. Because we've been with New Day for 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
either the end of this month or in the middle of next month. End it right. Don't just end it just to say, hey, we ended New Day. Watch us.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Uh,
Speaking of which, my next question to you, both of y'all, is I see we have heel Miz back. Now I have to ask you, Josh, and Derek as well. What's the point? What exactly? What is left for the Miz to even do, bro? Like at this point, it's giving Big Show. Like what's the point? Like why does he need to be heel anymore? I don't get it. Like he's not gonna win the WWE Championship anymore. He's literally a Grand Slam champion twice now. Like what's left for this man to do? I don't get it.
I feel like this is more so because remember that point you made about Karrion Cross? I feel like this is more so because of him. It's for him. It's
Yeah.
for that character. It ain't got nothing to do with Miz. Like it's basically making him say he's his devil advocacy is working.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because when when Kofi and Xavier was arguing backstage, he was creeping.
Mm-hmm.
He was.
So I feel like
Yeah.
anything when it comes to the Miz, I don't care. when he turned heel, I was just like, oh, okay.
Exactly. And you saw it coming because the writing was on the
You
wall, and it was just like,
Yeah.
really? Are we doing this again? And then he's turning on Truth again because he did that in the past too. I was like, man,
Yeah.
oh, jeez.
I don't know, but I think when it comes to the Miz, I like him more as a heel than a face anyway. I mean, I'm more partial to heels anyway, so y'all know that. But
yeah,
but I think for him, I think with his character, to me, it suits him more as a heel than it does as a face because you're able to get away with a little more on the mic. Like
True.
I feel like as a face, he's just kind of like I don't know, in like purgatory or something. It's just weird. So I've never liked him as a face. I love him as a heel. I think he can be more annoying as a heel.
yeah.
That makes sense.
The last point I will say when it comes to the Miz as well is I feel like he's just an attraction at this point. He's not
Yes.
chasing a title. He's not chasing it. He's just an attraction. Like he's just there for he's solidified himself a permanent job with WWE. So he's just there for the vibes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's giving that vibe too. So, I just had to ask that when I saw that and was just like, yeah, that'll be a good question. I was trying to see before we moved on if I had any of those other questions off top for y'all based off what I saw last night, and I'm like, oh, I know. Excitement levels, y'all. As far as this overall show as a go home show, since we'll all be in attendance live for this, does this make you that much more hype after seeing this go home show?
No, I'm already hyped. So because I'm gonna be there. So it's
Facts.
like this. Like I told DJ at the top before you hopped in. It's more so if you weren't sold on the show, this sold you on the show. But me personally, I was already sold on the show, so I was just vibing the entire night. That's why my social interaction when it comes to the show was kind of limited because I'm like, I'm already sold. So nothing they can do will force me to be more hyped than I already am because I'm gonna be there. We're gonna be there live with my people, fresh off of a show, coming back to town from another show. So I'm gonna be like, hey, this is just gonna be a good refresher, good something to do with the crew, and yeah, some chill. So it's like, yo, and then going to Waffle House afterwards. So
Yeah, come on now.
Yeah. No,
So-
I like the fact that we're no longer going to be having a 3-hour episode. I cannot sit up
Yes.
and watch Raw. I can't be telling you how many times I've been sleeping on the couch at around 10:15. Like it's just I'm already out, bro. Like 2-hour episodes. Thank
Yes. Thank God. You know what I'm
2-hour
saying?
episodes for the rest of 2024, and hopefully this is a test, like we said, to where they say, "Hey, let's keep it that way." With the rare occasion that it's a 3-hour show.
Yeah.
3 hours should have only been a every once in a while thing, once a year type of thing, once every 2 years, whatever. Just 3 hours is just way too much.
Hopefully, we find out more what Netflix bought Raw for. Like, did they just buy just to buy it, or did they say, "Hey, we want the same thing that y'all did on USA Network"?
Yeah.
Because this is the first time that Raw Raw in general will not be on TV at all. You have to literally get a streaming service to watch it every week. So and already be prepared for those prices to go up. Bunch of bitches.
We're talking about it. So.
Oh yeah, and the last thing I guess we could talk about for Raw before we move on is because there's nothing much really to talk about for SmackDown except for like 2 points. I got like 2 points. Is Gunther versus Sami Zayn. That's happening next week.
Good old Rocky and Clubber Lang, if you will, or Drago, however you want to go. They keep doing this story with Sami Zayn these days.
Listen, I told people this. From people was trying to argue with me every time I was on a show. Every time I talked to somebody, they was like, "Yeah, they gonna throw this on Bad Blood. It's gonna be Triple H gonna finally break his 5-match card rule when it comes to these pay-per-views." I told you.
Yeah.
He doesn't. No. Because someone was like, "Oh, it starts at 6, so that means they're gonna add one more match." No, it starts at 6 because they need to get out of there by 9 o'clock so that they can be off the air and not cross or counter program with UFC 307.
Yeah,
I believe that's the number. So it's a case of them being under the same umbrella of a company. They don't want to cross program with each other. So 6 p.m. start time. It ends by 8:30, 9 o'clock, depending on how long they have these matches. They may do a post show, probably like 30 minutes, and then I'm not staying for no post show. Soon as that final bell rings,
that's it.
I'm on my way to the train so I can get to Waffle House on my side of town, and I'm good.
Big facts, bro.
Yeah.
Big facts.
Yeah. I'm just glad it's gonna be ending at a good time.
Facts.
No, facts. Big facts.
I know y'all probably will go with me to Waffle House. If not, I will be there. Just put it this way. Nevertheless, I am leaving with Waffle House.
Hey, you ain't even gotta hop on the train, homie. It's one right across the street. You know what I mean? It's one right down the street from that arena. You know what I mean? We boom. Right in that mug. Yeah, I'm saying. Right.
And they better not close early because some of these restaurants like to close early because of big events. Y'all better be open.
They should be.
The only one I got that's down the street from my house is in Marietta. So,
oh yeah, that one should be open. I remember it being 24 hours. So I'm about to say I don't think the city one closes, but
this match,
Jay
right
might see us in there too.
Come on now. Hey,
that
hey, no,
man,
real
Right
talk.
there with us,
He's
bro.
why you playing? That might be the truth though, because I'll never forget when I went to that live event, right? And me and my lady was cooling with my homie Lamar and his girl, and then we went to IHOP, and then that's when Santos Escobar and the crew just straight up walked in. Him and Legato, they all just walked in. My homeboy noticed them because we was sitting with our backs turned, and my homeboy's like, "Wait a minute, that's Santos." I was like, "Huh? What you mean?" And then boom, like just came right on in, had a seat, chilling, and I'm just like, "Oh, all right, this what we doing? Let's roll." So
Yeah.
you never know, people.
You already know me. I'm not gonna interrupt. I ain't gonna ask nobody for nothing. I'm gonna be like, and I'm gonna eat my food. Like I don't care who you are. I don't care if you Obama. I'm eating my food.
Yeah.
I am eating my food. And then if y'all are cordial, like we'll whatever.
Yep.
But other than that, I feel like DJ. I think he just froze.
Me?
No.
I was say, man, I bet
Not
this
you.
internet been holding up very well lately. Like,
I felt like he just froze.
yeah.
Hey, we live, baby. It's okay. I'll let him figure that out. Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. You good. You good. You good. I think. I hope. Maybe.
Nah.
There we go. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, just gotta let the server warm up a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah. It ain't been right last week, y'all. I apologize. So, yeah.
Nah, you just got back. You just got back. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm still figuring that out because we think that storm did something to it. It ain't been acting right ever since that storm hit, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, and thoughts and prayers to everybody who's still suffering through the hurricane. That's a scary situation.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Sammy versus Gunther next week. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I feel like they're stacking up because this will be the first 2-hour Raw since
2000
Raw episode 999 before Raw 1000.
Oh my!
So that was like 2000. That was like 2012. They went 3 hours at Raw 1000 in 2012. It's been literally 12 years of 3-hour episodes of Raw.
Ooh, that's a long time.
Damn.
And I've sat through a majority of it, and I'm like, and I'm still questioning my sanity.
You and me both, especially in those dry years when Raw was complete trash for 3 hours. Oh my god!
Yeah. Look,
2018 Raw. 2000. Oh my.
I remember when I started first watching it, kind of like started to dry up a little bit. I was like, "This, like, y'all go back to 2 hours, please." Yeah, I'm done with WWE, man. I am not sitting here wasting my time watching y'all do this. Like, nah,
bruh.
3 hours. And I feel like they finally tackled it well for this past year with Triple H. So it's interesting to see what he do with 2 hours of Raw now that he has basically two-hour shows. And then if SmackDown does go 3 hours, I'll be watching that final hour on Saturday.
Yeah.
No,
facts.
What
I do find interesting about that though, I think the 2-hour shows, I can see the 3-hour shows from the standpoint of having talent and wanting to kind of like grow the talent out a little bit more, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But having a 2-hour block allows a lot of these wrestlers to go ahead and have breaks.
Yes.
They can rotate.
They can rotate.
I
So
agree.
that's where I'm like, okay, this makes more sense from a longevity perspective, where you're looking at it like, okay, we can build these specific talents up in a specific way, and it doesn't feel like it's like being rushed or just shoved in your face type thing. Like just build them up properly. Let it be a slow build, and you do it like that. So that's where I like the 2-hour block.
Yeah.
I pray to God SmackDown does not go to 3 because I'm
Well, it is Friday, so it's like
I still go to sleep that early on Friday, bro. Like,
Yeah,
We all do,
I
brother.
think we all
I
do.
go I
Because
go to the
look,
I go to the gym first thing in the morning every single day for 6 days straight. So
yeah.
I get it. Trust me. Like
Not happening.
like
but like,
I'm the last of the 20 breed. Like I'm literally gonna be in the 30 gang. So it's like
Yeah,
we're no.
Yeah.
I need my rest.
you know what's so weird to think about? You said that was 12 years of 3 hours. So can you imagine?
It's
for a second-
2024, so it started in 2012. Yes, 12
Yes.
freaking years.
So think about this, my brother. That means a 12-year-old is used to that. So they're not knowing anything about 2 hours. So that generation, unfortunately, is going to probably be upset that it's not 3 if they're used to the 3.
You just reminded me that I share social media with a whole bunch of kids because I saw a lot of people upset that it went back to 2 hours. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense because nobody I know that is under the age of 25 was mad that they said, hey, it's going back to 2 hours for the rest of the year. Everybody I know that I saw that was upset. I'm like, oh. I grew up on 3 hours.
Yes.
This makes sense.
That's a good point.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
All the
yo,
sense
That's a
in the
real good
world.
point.
it's crazy, bro. It's been that
Which
long.
means I need y'all to stop following me because I don't need kids following me. I'm just saying. No. I'm not interacting with children. No.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I already know y'all intellectual property.
No R. Kelly.
Intellect is not. Y'all intellect is not there.
Yeah.
We're having two different conversations.
No R. Kelly. No R.
Oh
Kelly.
hell no. Oh hell no. but nah, man. Raw 3 hours, we're good. And I guess the last point for Raw is the last monster standing match, the main event. What's y'all thoughts on that ring break? I'm indifferent on it.
I fell asleep, so I didn't even see it. What happened?
Do you remember Brock and Big Show ring
Show,
break?
Yeah, they did the same
They
thing.
did the same thing.
Did they fall the exact same way and everything?
Yes. Superplex. It was since it was last monster standing. It was literally they just broke the ring, and I'm like, I wish I could have popped for that if I didn't see it like 5 other times
Yeah.
Well, I'll put it to you in the way of like
from
how
the same guy.
Yeah.
I'll put it to you this way, and how Justin LeBar put it. It's like you can count on your hand how many times they have done that, even though it has been done multiple times. It's not like they do it every single time. Now, yes, you hold it up, but also think of this though. How many of those times have you seen that has that been live though?
7 times.
So you saw that in person 7 times.
Oh, you talking about in person? Oh,
Yes,
no,
like in person.
I've never seen it happen in person.
Exactly. So for every person, if you think about those 10 times with those fans, like for them to still react the way they did was genuinely organic, because even though as fans we have seen that quite a few times, when you're actually there to see that happen in person, it's a whole different, oh shoot, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you're seeing it in person, you know, because
The last
niggas
time I
was
seen
not.
the ring destroyed like that was when we was at SummerSlam, and we all lost our marbles. with
Nah,
Brock.
that's true. And you saw how yeah, exactly. You saw how we lost our marbles for that, because we didn't get, you know, imagine if we saw that on TV, it wouldn't be as impressive, because we're like, oh, okay, we've kind of seen this before, but like to see that in person was like, oh my God, what is he doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially laughing at Roman live, just kind of roll.
his arms all over the place, just like yeah. No, and that's why I was saying I'm not knocking the spot from a live perspective. It's more so like, oh, I've seen that before, because I popped more for Seth Rollins' return than I did the ring break.
Yeah.
Facts, big facts, bro. Big facts.
So that was my only gripe. Like, I'm not saying like, oh my God, can they stop doing this? Because the live experience is definitely different from the what you see on TV. Like when you're, and that's the reason why I made that point where it was like when you had asked the question about the Go Home show, I'm like, I'm already sold because I already know they did everything that they can to sell us on this show. The Roman and Cody face-off promo for SmackDown. I'm excited for the tag match. Hell, the Drew and CM Punk match finally being the third stipulation, and it's Hell in a Cell that they're trying to restore that feeling of it not being overplayed. It's one match because I saw a lot of people was like they felt like Rhea versus Liv should have been inside Hell in a Cell too, but I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
So it's like I'm already sold on it. Those are the two matches I'm sold, and everything else is just vibes for me. Like if it's good, it's good. If it's not, then I'm like, at least the two matches that I'm going to watch is going to be entertaining for me. But I'm gonna send prayers for Braun Strowman's knees because he tried to run, and that brother's knees was just like, why are you running?
Yeah.
Why are we running?
Yeah, man. These guys. Hey, man. It was every Big E's wet dream, I guess. We saw two big, collide. You know what I'm saying?
Big meaty man smacking me.
I'm not going. I'm not. Hey, but this is one. I'm not going there. But this is one of those ones that I will say, much like next week's main event with Sammy and Gunther. As you notice, this also wasn't on Bad Blood, and a lot of people were speculating, thinking like, "Oh, man, is this going to be on Bad Blood too?" And like you said, no, it didn't need to be. It could have been, yes, but it didn't need to be. It still did what it needed to do.
This further proves my point that I feel like a lot of people don't know what they want, because wasn't it at one point that a lot of people was complaining that weekly shows were kind of boring and predictable?
Exactly. Yes.
So we're getting a world title match. We're getting a last man standing match where a lot of people predicted that Seth Rollins was returning at Bad Blood, but he said, no, I'm going to return here instead.
Exactly.
Nobody predicted Seth coming back.
Exactly. And who's to say, look, a Bloodline member could debut on SmackDown instead of Bad Blood. You just never know.
Yeah.
You know, it's like just I see what Samantha Irvin was saying the other day. She's like, just can we just go back to enjoying the shows instead of trying to book shows, book sponsors, book all this other stuff. It's like y'all are taking y'all fantasy booking in 2K and put it in real life.
You know why we can't do that though? You know why they're not going to be able to stop?
Why, bro?
Social media in general.
Oh yeah, it's social media, and that's why I be telling people it's like either if you don't want to see it no more, just mute them. Honestly.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. Social media.
You're not going to stop, especially when you have the power to alter or to influence or sway certain things happening.
Yeah. It ruins sports conversations.
Oh, it does.
Because it's like
nuance doesn't exist anymore.
It does not. Nuance and context are they're obliterated. It's a thing of the past. There's no such thing as either one of them at this point. So yeah, that's not gonna happen. It would be nice if we could, because I remember like when we used to watch SmackDown on UPN.
Bro, those were the days.
Anything.
That was keep in mind our black network at that specifically.
Yes.
You remember the lead-ins for those? You know how people like to talk about the Big Bang Theory and all this other stuff leading in SmackDown now or AEW now, bro. Our lead-in was Friends, Girlfriends,
the Parkers,
the game, the Parkers,
Moesha, like, man. Bro, we had the best lead-ins.
Now we got fucking Big Bang Theory and the Connors leading in. Like, this is just bullshit.
Modern Family. You're like, what the?
At least leave me in with All American. At least I can know what Spencer's up to.
Yeah. Can I ask you this though? Are we ever going to go back to the days where the show actually had an introduction?
Yeah, they've done it for SmackDown and NXT. I don't know about Raw yet. They might do it for Netflix because SmackDown got the Meg Thee Stallion Never
That's
play.
right. That's
Yep.
right. That's right.
And
And NXT just debuted Millions with 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So
shout out to
for
the
those
fact
of you-
that the black side is winning, though. You know what I'm saying?
So,
if you
so
mad,
for those of you
mad.
who are mad about the hip hop community, as y'all say, that's 2 for the niggas.
suck it.
Yeah,
Suck
y'all
it.
about to make a scoop, huh?
Yeah, bro. Come on now. Hey,
Now-
maybe they'll.
I know Vince is pissed.
Hey,
Listen.
what?
I know he's
If
pissed.
Raw gets Glorilla
Oh my god.
or
Yeah.
Yeah, Glow, stop a little that's some shell toes. Yeah, Glow, stop a little pussy. I put some shell. Hey, that fit raw. That fit raw real good.
That would
Yeah,
actually
Glow.
be good.
Yeah, Glow. Pussy. Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be perfect.
What's that?
I'm with that, bro. Let's go.
Hey, ain't nobody gonna be able to tell me nothing. Y'all ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. Hey, we got 3 shows on mainstream television and
Yeah.
streaming services
Yeah.
with black music.
That's gonna be great.
That would be
That's
great.
gonna be great.
I'd be
Like,
like,
I know they probably not, but it still would be hilarious.
Hey, look, either way,
Oh, man.
2 for 3 is pretty good.
Hey, yeah, that Bad Blood. I'll tell you, that Bad Blood theme gonna be a trip. I tell you,
GTN?
that, heck yeah.
GTN?
Yeah.
We in the A2? Come on now.
Crash out. Crash out. Crash out. Crash out. Crash out. Crash out.
Man.
Let's see what we got for SmackDown before we move on. I guess I only got 3 points. Are they making it too obvious that Kevin Owens is the one turning heel? Could it be Randy Orton? Like, is that a red herring? I've been seeing that a lot.
I think it could be both of them, low key.
Intriguing.
You know? I mean, they do need more heels.
Yeah.
Do they?
I-
This literally all like I feel like it's like a whole bunch of them some more niggas that are bad guys now. That entire it's like 20,000 bloodline members, so I feel like they're all. Do we need more?
This man is crazy.
Let's do like this. Again, Randy as a heel. Randy is one of my top favorite of all time.
Come on, D.
So as a heel, it's just the storytelling is
Come on.
it's just better, bro. It's better.
is.
Like I love that he's enjoying himself,
Mhm.
and enjoying interactions with the crowds and stuff like that. I love that for him.
Mhm.
However,
Come
for
on.
me, I need Randy to go heel. I need the Viper. I need the Legend Killer. And that's what I need. That's what I like to enjoy. Like, I mean, he's still got the same pop and everything like that. It doesn't change. However, I need that vindictive side to hit again. I like that.
Yeah.
That's at least before he retires. Like
Come on.
one more villain run. I need that. I need the heel. I need that.
My boy said he want to see them punts to the head again. Pause.
I need to, bro. I'm so serious. I need to see. When they go to Netflix, I need to see punts all the time.
Like, bow.
I
You
need
get
to see
one?
that all the time.
RKO and chicks out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? What's up?
Yeah.
Just, you get one?
Yeah. That's it. So
Now, see, and this is why I make a case for both, because what you just said about Mr. Randy, that's how I feel about Kevin Owens. Enough of this babyface Kevin Owens BS, bro. I've never been a fan of babyface Kevin Owens. I like my prize fighter, don't give a F, heel Kevin Owens, god dang it. I want the Kevin Owens that you couldn't trust, because Sami Zayn, god dang it, every time he tried to trust him, he powerbombed him on the apron. I need that Kevin Owens, god dang it. I need the Kevin Owens that powerbombed MGK through a doggone table off the stage. We ain't seen the man since. Well, okay, we saw him at SummerSlam, but that's my point. We ain't seen him since he decided to come back at SummerSlam, and I was like, KO, please, powerbomb him again. Throw him off the
That'll
stage.
make him a babyface again because I don't give a fuck about MGK.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, like, hey, man, heel KO is different, bro. Like, he is so different. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it feels better when you got heel KO, bro. Like, he's more like he talks his trash while at the same time backing it up, and it's just like, yeah, like, I don't know, man. I miss that heel KO, bro. So, bro, both of them as heels would be just the perfect antagonists for a guy like Cody. You know,
Mhm.
so
He needs more ops. That's what he gets for getting in other people's business.
Yeah.
facts.
Yeah.
Because none of this would be happening if he would have just stuck to his word and said, "No, the bloodline is Roman's problem." But nah, he just had to he just had to stick his nose in his business. Now he's like, whatever happens is his fault.
I agree.
That is your problem. That is your problem. You brought this on yourself.
Yeah.
Does a heel turn for Nate? Speaking of heels, does a heel turn for Naomi interest anybody?
Heck yeah.
Bro. I've been wanting to see her go heel so bad, and not only that, I think it would make sense to put her in with the bloodline at some point. Like
Ooh.
that's I've been wanting to see her attached to the bloodline and Naya
Come
attached
on.
to the bloodline. That's what I've been wanting to see. Not sure if they would go that route, but yeah.
I mean, in real life, we all know that they're attached to the bloodline, but I feel like they probably I think they're trying not to oversaturate the bloodline because it's literally so many of them motherfuckers.
But see, that's what I was telling you before. If you want to be like the most dominant faction of all time, you gotta dominate the women's division, the tag team division, like all levels. I need the bloodline to dominate every level so we can actually see them run the show. And then if you need to split them across 2 shows, like I'm with it. Like I need to see that. That's what I want.
Derek makes a point with that. Because the last time you saw a dominant faction to that type of degree of what he's saying is the McMahon Helmsley era, when Triple H and Stephanie ran Raw, and you had DX all with the gold. You know what I'm saying? And you had Triple H as champion. You had Stephanie with the freaking women's title, for crying out loud. Even though she didn't do nothing with it. But hey, that's beside the point. You see what I'm saying? It's like all the antagonists had the gold, and they were just running the show. They literally running the show. You know what I mean?
I mean, The Rock's daughter is on NXT, right?
There you go. She running.
So that's what I'm saying. Like you could split up along all the shows and like tell different stories. They don't necessarily need to
I think that's my only pushback is like I just don't want them to tell the same damn story that they've been telling for the past 4 years. It needs to be an extension. They like, okay, I could see them saying, hey, there's levels to this.
Yes.
If you want to be respected amongst the family at a higher level, go achieve greatness here. Go achieve greatness here. And then we'll come together and reevaluate your position within the family.
Right. Yeah. Right.
We'll reevaluate your position at the table, because right now you are at the kiddie table.
Yes.
Why did that make me think of Four Brothers, bro? Sit your ass at the kiddie table. Sit your ass at the kiddie table. You know you done effed up, right? I was like, dang.
And it's like that's why I'm saying, because I need them to, like, I just don't want to see, and I feel like that's the reason why a lot of people are disinterested in this current incarnation of the bloodline, because it's literally just everybody duplicating what we've already seen.
Yeah.
We've seen the tribal chief, the maniacal tribal chief in Roman Reigns. We've seen his lackeys, the right hand man, and his brother in the Usos. In this case, you got Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. We've seen the enforcer in Soulless Accord. Now he's no longer the enforcer. Jacob Fatu is. It's like we've seen this song and dance before. So it's like it needs this point of the bloodline needs to end at Survivor Series.
Yes.
And they need to push the story forward. Like I feel like that's been the focal point of the entire story. I mean, of this entire episode is they need to push the point forward.
Yes.
Same thing with the Judgment Day. Same thing with the bloodline. Push the point forward. And if they do bring in new members of the bloodline, they need to create a system. Like they don't need to just say, okay, hey, you're part of the bloodline now. Like they do like, hey, go dominate over here, and we'll reevaluate your position within this family. Naya is winning. Naya is champion. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to do no? Oh, okay, just go on the sideline with your husband. We don't need you.
Ooh.
And then that can drive her crazy and be like, oh, we just gonna dismiss what I've been bet. Watch this, and she just goes crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that there's a lot of ability to tell different stories in different ways with different people. And, you know, that would be my hope. Now, if they're going to try and rehash over and over again, you can throw away the storyline. I don't want it. But yeah, if you're willing to keep it going and progress it and move it forward, the time for domination is now. Like they need to take over the show. I need to see other, factions try and take the bloodline down, right? Like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you need. There's different ways to go about it, but that's what I would like to see. I would like to see the bloodline grow and become that. I want them to be the most dominant faction. Like that would make the most sense to me, especially with The Rock, coming in as the final boss. And come on now, come on.
Now go home and smoke some more crack.
Oh man.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's pretty much our thoughts. I know Derek don't watch AEW. You got anything you want to talk about with AEW, or should we move on?
As far as AEW goes, just a quick rumor that it seems it's kind of true. I don't know. You heard about the stuff Swerve kind of accidentally.
Oh, where he basically said they were going to be on Fox or FS1.
On Fox, yeah.
I'm
and
like,
then
was he supposed to say that?
Yeah, and then the stuff about Max, them going to Max with the pay-per-views, HBO Max,
which
and all
I'm
of
not
that.
against.
Me either.
Hide it behind the streaming service. It's the new model because I'm not going to keep spending I have it, but I don't mean I don't want to spend it every month. $50 a month, $50 a month for pay-per-views that are pretty much repeating because Wrestle Dream is literally next week. That's another $50, and I'm like, I'm not feeling it. It's only one match confirmed, and that's Bryan Danielson or Daniel Bryan for WWE fans versus Dean Ambrose, John Moxley. I'm not. That's just one match. I'm not doing that.
Bro. Yeah, I mean that was really it on that end of things.
Let me check my notes to see if I got anything that I want to talk about.
Because I was trying to see if there was anything from there.
Oh, MVP.
Oh yeah, MVP. Yes. Looks like we're getting the what does he call it? The Hurt. What is it?
Hurt Syndicate.
Yes, the Hurt Syndicate, aka the Hurt Business. To those of you who remember that in WWE during the pandemic years, with Shelton Benjamin, Cedric Alexander, and Bobby Lashley. Looks like we're getting a new version of that in AEW. Now I can't say I'm surprised. It was a given this was coming, ladies and gentlemen.
Why does he look like Fred Hammond?
Oh my lord! Dude.
I don't know why that thought. I was like, why does he look like Fred Hammond?
Hey, bro.
It's giving Ron Isley without a beard and the hair. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Mr. Big. Mr. Big.
Jesus.
Oh man. Yeah, bro. I thought that was a pretty cool promo he cut though.
Shucking and jiving. He said Prince Nana was shucking and jiving with Swerve.
Yeah, bro.
This definitely screams Bobby Lashley coming right behind him.
People are saying that. I don't know just yet. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. You know, a lot of people are throwing Shelton in there, and then everybody's like, I mean, he pretty much everybody but Cedric Alexander will pretty much be in this thing. So I mean, it'll be interesting to see where they want to go with it.
For sure. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I got for AEW this week. And something light, just so just for people to be like, hey, you didn't talk about AEW this week. We got you. We got you covered. Speaking of sports and speaking of crack, my fucking team. I'm tired of y'all motherfuckers.
You know, bro.
I'm literally about to turn in my resignation as a Dolphins fan. Y'all pissing me off.
You know, you think that here's the funny thing, Derek. You want to know something funny, brother? Me and this man went against each other last week in fantasy. This man beat me by like 0.30, right? 0.30. And you think that I'd celebrate the fact that here we go with our two teams facing each other on a Monday night. And I'm like, oh, wow, what do you know? Now our teams are facing each other. And yet, it was one big-ish show. And I'm just like, you know, I'm getting closer and closer to renouncing my Tennessee Titans fandom and just becoming a Green Bay Packers fan. I swear to God. I am this close. I am this close to joining the Green Bay Packers. I'm like, you know what? Enough's enough. Because I'm tired. I'm like, bro, we got two backup quarterbacks right now, bro. I'm like, what the heck? His team's playing with a third string. My team's playing with two freaking backup quarterbacks. I'm like, this is just hilarious.
Hey, man.
What was the NFL even thinking? Why did they decide to make this? What were they thinking in their minds to say, hey, you know what? This will be a great Monday night game. Huh?
That's almost every week.
Exactly, no problem.
That's literally the same question almost every week.
Man, I'm sitting there.
I don't get it.
I'm like, did y'all know what y'all was setting this? Come on, man. Look at that cat that passed off his tuna. God dang, not tuna.
Bro.
And he said the Packers got trounced too. Yeah, the Packers got folded.
Yeah.
Not really. They came back. They came back.
But still was embarrassing for a while. But it's not embarrassing as the Dolphins, so I can't say shit.
The difference between that
I can't talk
is
either.
So all three of us, you know what I'm saying? Like my team caught a win, and I'm still like, yo, where I don't even have a reason to brag about the doggone win. I'm like, okay, so what?
Like your team was legally blind.
Yeah, I'm like, so freaking what? What do I have to be happy about? I'm sitting here listening to experts talking about, we finally won a game. We scored 30 points. The curse is broken. I'm like, Negro, you beat a team with a third-string quarterback. What the freak is there to be excited about? I am not excited. I was like, I'm just glad the game was over. That's it. Because I was just like...
Look,
and then I'm in the group chat. I got Saints and Falcons fans going back and forth. Like, nigga, y'all barely won. What are you talking about? I'm on by like 3 points, 4 points.
I'm gonna tell you something right now, man. My Eagles have literally made me, at this point of the year, check out to go. Is another Eagles fan? Yeah. I have literally kind of like shifted to my Celtics full time right now, and I shouldn't be shifted to them full time right now.
Exactly. See,
I've shifted back to retrospective of wrestling. Let me watch my classic wrestling and script my videos.
Bro.
Look,
you said thank you. My boy BK said thank you. He's finally back on his wrestling, on his retro shit, because this man, he's been lacking. I'm like, hey, football took my interest. 4 weeks in, I'm losing interest because my team fucking sucks.
Oh
Hey,
my
man.
god, bro.
I just
What?
had to go with the fish. I could have went with another animal. Just went with the fish, and it's fucking me up. I'm glad I ain't betting money. I'm glad I'm not into that parlay shit.
Well,
Because if I
well,
was losing money,
well, I will say, I ain't gonna lie. I tried that for the first time this week, and I
how much
must
money you win?
admit, well, okay, I won like $20, but hear me out. I started with small
That's a lot of money.
increments.
And this economy,
Yeah.
that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
But I started with small
that's-
increments.
that's a
I
gap,
did
bro.
I did like 5 per line, so that's why. But if I'm gonna try to up it next week and see if I could do like maybe 20 a line or something like that. Because apparently, the more you put in, the more you win back. So all I'm saying is, if a brother can get a solid $200 to $500, I'm taking that withdrawal instantly and saying, put that right in the account. I ain't touching it because that's all I need. That's all I need, bro. Like, I like Prize Picks. Shout out to y'all, man. Prize Picks was actually clutch. I was like, this'll hit, this'll hit, this'll hit, this'll hit. And I got most of them. So I was like, bet, let's go. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
look, this how I checked that I got a football this week. I won 2-0 fantasy football against my brothers, and I barely celebrated because I was pissed off by the fucking Falcons, by the fucking Dolphins. I'm like, fuck y'all. And then people
I
try
ain't wanna talk about
try to
fantasy.
text me say, "Hey, come back to the Falcons. Fuck them too. Leave me alone." I hate everybody. I hate everybody. So it's like instead of me soaking in my hatred, we're gonna start previewing predicting this show.
Don't
so we get
forget
the fuck
Georgia,
outta here.
brother. Don't forget Georgia. You know. Alabama. Can't beat them again, I see. Alabama just continues to have Georgia's number, and it's crazy. I'm like, what the freak? Sorry, Gresh. I had to throw them in there too because they did take an L this week. Hey, man, at least they came back from the beatdown and almost kind of won till like the last minute. Hey, man. Gotta love football, y'all. Gotta love football. I'm like Derek. Bring on the basketball. 'Cause it's like,
Hey, man, look. It's only
Just
a couple weeks away.
put the fries in the bag.
oh, jeez.
Preview and prediction time. Let's go. Let's just try to lighten the mood up because that's just depressing. I should have started with that because it just brought the mood down. Oh wait, never mind. I lied. Thoughts on the McMahon documentary? I've already given my thoughts. I'm gonna let y'all give y'all thoughts. You can start, I guess we can start with either DJ or Hi-Lite, whichever one.
DJ, you go ahead. You the guest, bro. You give your thoughts, man.
So I guess honestly, nothing. The overall aspect of it wasn't shocking. It didn't really tell us, which makes me wonder why Vince came out prior a day or two prior to the release, with his little spiel, and now he's about to do his own documentary to, I think, to counter that one. But it didn't surprise me in terms of the character. I think the one thing that I think kind of threw me off was the lengths that he went to try and distance himself from the Mr. McMahon character. And literally everybody on the show was like, "Nope, that's the same guy." That's Vince. That's just like a little more amped up, but that's Vince. So the only thing that I think I learned from this that I didn't know was his childhood story. That was the only thing I didn't know about him going into this whole thing. But I thought it was a good. I thought it was a good docu-series. I'm not overly shocked by a lot of stuff that they discussed. I will say that this is there's nothing that is going to come out in this trial, this whole thing that he's going through. There's nothing that's going to come out in this that's going to ever be good for him. So
A lot of
it's
people
good that
think that this was more so of a burial in wrestling terms, but not
yes,
by Netflix,
yeah,
by them.
yeah, yeah. This is a good way to distance themselves from Vince, but there's this whole thing was just it felt weird. I don't know how else to put it. It felt a little weird because you have Hulk and Vince on here trying to save face, but nah, bruh. I think the only other thing I did learn though was the actual thing about what happened with why he's being sued right now and being investigated and all that stuff. I didn't understand the whole thing with him and Brock Lesnar because I didn't read anything when all that stuff came out. I didn't care to read it.
Oh, I did, and yeah, that's the reason why for a minute we didn't even name drop neither one of
Yeah,
them because it was like it was disgusting.
yeah. That's the only thing that eh, uh, he Ms. McMahon. I was telling you the other day, if you want to look at him, he is basically Trump without the presidency. So
Wow.
it's
Yeah,
like you're not. This is that, So yeah,
yeah.
it's not gonna end well for him. It's not gonna end well for him. I just want to know when he got the eyebrow installation done.
Around the same
That was
time
wild, bro.
he got his face shot back.
That whole thing, like he literally looks.
He looks melted back. Didn't know
He
it was possible.
looks bad, like, and you
It-
can
it-
tell
it-
when someone is really like an
he was
evil
slouched over
person.
when he sat down. You saw that?
No, he slouched over getting into the ring.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like he was literally like, "Ugh." I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
you can see, like evil wears on people, man. Like he literally went from the Vince we knew growing up to looking. I don't know, like almost like he looks like a character from Grand Theft Auto, bro. Like he looks bad.
Dang.
He looks bad right now. I don't know what else to say. It's not a good look. So
Mhm.
like you can tell like this is not stuff made up. This is true. Like again, it wears on people like physically. That's what you're seeing there. So yeah, nothing that was overly shocking, but it was a good story to hear for sure.
for sure. Highlight.
Uh, I gotta agree with Derek on most of this. I mean, from what I saw, there was nothing that I feel like I didn't already see or know about this man. There was a documentary not that long ago. I think A&E did it, which told a lot of the same stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like,
Outside the ring.
yeah, or it was the rise and fall of Vince McMahon up until that point of when
Mm-hmm.
he retired. And so
Oh
it was
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
and most of I think it even covered a lot of that about his childhood too. It was some of that was in there, so I kind of knew a lot about that.
Mm-hmm.
This did tell me how much more of a biatch Terry is, if we didn't already know that. From just, I'm just like, nigga, they trying to do a union and you go snitch. God
Yeah.
dang, Terry, is there anything that just like, how do you still celebrate this man if you're like, I don't get it. Like this appeal of Hulk Hogan is just more and more trash, bro. And I'm just like, dog, how do you still find yourself as a fan of this person? I will never understand it. Like,
Yeah.
because I'm just like, dang, really, bro? And then the Arsenio Hall stuff, and putting dude in the headlock, because he was in the fields, he was trying to call wrestling fake back then, little stuff like that. It was just like, for a minute, I was like, dang, who's this documentary about? Is it about Hogan or is it about McMahon? Because, god dang, they talking about Terry a lot. I was like,
They
God,
they are the same person in
pretty
so,
much.
so many ways. Like they hung out with each other. So
Mm-hmm.
anything that Hogan did and Vince did, I wouldn't be surprised they knew about it, and they're just trying to save face because they're both professional liars.
Pretty much.
Yep.
But
That's
yeah,
just,
like I said on Thursday, I don't know if you guys peeped it or with the Public Enemies podcast or when I was on 3NT when they talked about it. Oh, all shit, here we go again. Ruthless Lala when she talked about it. It's just a man who had daddy issues that had passed on to generations. He had control issues because he didn't really have control in his life coming up. So he created this entire universe where he was in control until he wasn't by his own doing because he so much greed got to his head to where he fucked up.
Yeah.
And he's paying for it to this day. Because I like the question that they asked. Like I'm gonna ask this question with y'all. Do you feel like his legacy is still solidified? Do you feel like he still can be considered one of the greatest promoters of all time? Or do you feel like this just tarnished his legacy? Because a lot of stuff in this documentary kind of just made him look stupid, like with the whole CTE thing and the concussions and all that stuff. It made him look stupid. It made Stone Cold look a little stupid when he was like, I'm not, I don't believe it. And I'm like, okay, Mr. CTE. And they even mentioned the Chris Benoit thing. Do you feel like this documentary basically solidified, like, not even just this documentary, but do you feel like with everything that went down, did it tarnish his legacy indefinitely, or could you still consider him being the greatest, one of the greatest promoters of all time? Because you can't tell wrestling history without him, unfortunately.
Yeah. I think the one thing about what he did was he ushered in a new era of wrestling promotion. So yeah, you're not gonna be able to talk about wrestling history without him. Unfortunately, but I almost feel like you kind of have to probably look at it similar to how you look at music, and when an artist gets in trouble, right? Like there's some artists that they don't put their their life into their art in terms of like what they're singing or rapping about, right? Some don't, a lot do. The ones that do and then get in trouble later on, and then now it's being used against them in various ways. You can kind of like say, okay, yeah, that's weird, but so that would be like an R. Kelly type of thing, right? Where his deviant ways was all through his music. Like it's you can hear it. It's not something that was separate. So I think in that way it kind of tarnishes the product in a way, but overall, like it's like he's still like regarded as a pioneer in wrestling. Like you can't, like you said, you just can't tell the history without him. So yeah, it tarnishes it for sure, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, you can't deny what he did for wrestling. You can't deny what he did for the industry. It's just it goes hand in hand.
yeah, I agree with you, bro. It's one of those, the more you find out about these like powerful people in high places from our nostalgic views of where we were and how we viewed them at a time of when we were, younger versus our mature state now. Like you said, comparing it to music, R. Kelly, R&B. Do you look at it the same? Do you listen to it the same? It's very hard to not unsee the things and unhear the things after kind of finding out about the actual person behind the artistry. P. Diddy, same case. It's very hard to not unsee exactly what you're hearing in previous songs where you're like, yep, that explains a lot of what we're hearing about with him right now. And the same can be said about Vince and the same. You look back at any of them past Attitude Era storylines, and you're like, "Yep, this is very Vince." Like to a degree, and you can't unsee those things. So it's kind of just your personal preference. If you want to blank it out as much as you can, but it's hard to do that when there's such an intricate part. Diddy was such an intricate part to hip hop that it's like, you take a lot of that away, and almost half of what you remember from our nostalgia is pretty much yanked under that. Same case with R. Kelly and R&B. You yank that out, and almost half of your R&B classics are yanked out. So it's a very blurred, negative gray zone line. But hey, at the end of the day, it doesn't excuse any of these men and what they have done. And there's so much more that we have yet to see and hear about. That's just only going to continue to come out.
Facts. And it's like, at the end of the day, you have to, because I'm the type, one of the, I know you guys are probably the same way. I'm the kind of guy who don't put celebrities on a pedestal.
Yeah.
So it doesn't hurt as much as it would hurt other people who are like hardcore fans. Like you see people going defense mode, and I'm like, shutting the fuck up is always an option if you're not involved in these scenarios.
Yeah.
I promise, because it's like you're making yourself look bad, and for what? For someone who don't know you. But I say that to say that my final thoughts on this is Netflix basically said this is who WWE used to deal with. He's no longer here anymore. This is a new era, because when they closed out the documentary, they was like, okay, since Vince left, this is how WWE has grown. This is how many records they've broken. They're basically saying we've distanced ourselves from him.
Yeah.
Will that remain to be seen? We'll see when the case resumes or whatever investigation they have. Because keep in mind, a lot of people need to understand, for those of you who don't really understand legal litigation, I'm going to put y'all up on game. Investigations usually take up to a year to 10 minimum, because they're trying to make sure that they pay attention to every little thing. When they finally finish their investigation, he might not be alive.
Yeah. I mean, he looked like he's not alive now.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people be wanting stuff to happen like this. I'm like, you have to have patience when it comes to these type of cases. So and the reason why I say he might either he might not be alive, or he not be able mentally to be fit to stand trial. Case in point, Jimmy Snuka.
Yeah.
With his case.
Yeah.
They took so long to try to prosecute him, his brain was gone.
Yeah.
And then a couple of months later, he died. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. These things take time. I wish stuff would speed up so we can not have to talk about it anymore. But you just got to practice patience and try your best to move forward. And hopefully, as we move forward from this and learn more light of this, people just process the way they want to process it. Me personally, Vince is the past.
Yeah.
You're not going to see me on here praising this man. Can you consider him one of the greatest promoters of all time? Yes, as far as evolving the industry, but no, because he's a weird piece of shit.
Yeah.
So there's that. And that's all our thoughts on the Mr. McMahon Netflix documentary. I feel like they need to do more of these with other people.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
And now that they have this relationship and this technology, they need to do a lot more of these for anybody, honestly. Like, put Dark Side of the Ring out of give them a run for their money. In my opinion. So, yeah.
I agree.
All right. Last thing before we get up out of here, because your boy got to go to sleep. We have preview and predictions for Bad Blood 2024. 5 matches on the card. We will be in the building, all 3 of us. Like, we will literally be in the freaking building, vibing and chilling, talking about and just having an overall good time. Special start time 6 Eastern. The pre-show will likely start as we're walking in the building. So there's that. I guess we have 5 matches, and I'll definitely write down our preview or our predictions as we give our thoughts and who we think is going to go home. I don't know why that says Grand Slam, but you know what it is. It's Bad Blood. I guess we could say we could start off with the first match. Overall, before as I set this up, what are you guys' general excitement for the show?
Oh man, I'm excited. This is my first. Well, you can't call it a pay per view anymore. What do they call it?
Premium live event.
PLE,
live event.
yeah, premium live event.
This is my first one in person. I've always, anytime I've gone, it's only been Raw. So I'm excited about that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, of course, it'll be my first Hell in a Cell match I've seen in person as well. So I'm really excited, man. I'm excited. I haven't been to a live show. God, probably like 14, 15 years.
Whoa.
It's been a while. I think the last time I went, Legacy was still around. Yeah.
Josh, the look on Josh's face says it all, boy. He was like, Legacy.
Yeah.
Legacy.
Man.
Yeah, that feels like so long ago, don't it? I know, brother.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh,
2009. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So yeah,
man.
15.
Sheesh. Hey, well, we're happy that you can experience the modern day era, my brother, in person.
Yeah.
You know.
The pomp and pageantry, because every show is pretty now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I gotta agree. I'm excited. You already know, man. It's a vibe anytime we in a live situation. I'm excited because of just the company we're gonna have with us, and much like Derek, we got a lot of first timers experiencing some things. So this is gonna be interesting just to see. Pause. But seeing everybody's experience. Everybody's first time experience for this should be completely interesting. Pause. But this is pretty cool.
Let me go ahead and start this before you have any more pause moments that you have to pause us for. But we're gonna definitely press play on the first match and we're gonna talk about is the featured match, and that is the Hell in a Cell match. Who do you think wins between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, and why? Let's start with you, Derek.
Man, I'm actually going with Punk on this one. He lost the last match, so I think they go again. Punk wins. I'm hoping that this means that this is the end of it. I really don't want to see this continue anymore.
Fair point.
Give this man his bracelet back and leave him alone. Like, I'm done with it, man. Yeah, but I got Punk on this one.
For a bonus point, do you see anything special happen, like a cage dive or blood?
I think we'll see blood. I'm fingers crossed AJ Lee does a surprise pop up.
Okay.
So yeah, that's one.
And close it out and say, "Come home," because he did say on Raw, "I have not been home in 4 weeks."
Yeah.
Sheesh. Yeah, that'd be like, she's like, "Come home. Me and Larry miss you." You're like, oh boy, man.
That'd be an interesting visual. What about you, Hi-Lite? Who you got winning this one and why? And bonus points of either a fall, blood, or both.
Well, I definitely have Punk winning this as well because, I mean, at this point, both of them kind of got their get backs, I guess, in terms of with the 1-1. These days, there's not really much Drew needs to be too angry about at this point. He just completely hates the guy and vice versa. So one would think this is where Punk finally is like, okay, I'm dead with this. This is done. I'm moving on. Period. Uh, I guess I can predict both, but as I told you before, if I don't see Larry bite this man in the butt or the arm or something, and AJ Lee kick him in the balls and lead to a GTS, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? I need something.
Facts. And I'm gonna go ahead and just go straight across the board with Punk because I feel like it'll be a nice poetic way for him. But I don't see him diving off of any cages because his body's already held by thoughts and prayers and glue. We don't need any more injuries for this man. But
What?
definitely, I definitely with him wearing white on Monday, I definitely see him bleeding. I
For sure.
definitely see him bleeding. If he's not bleeding, Drew at least is going to bleed or both. We might get both. Just one caveat: don't make it as long as Triple H versus HBK in 2004. I think
Yeah.
that was like an hour and some change. I'm like,
Derek,
Yeah, we don't.
it was just
Derek
too
had flashbacks. He was like, "Oh Lord, I remember that."
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, bro. This not only does the story need to die in this, I like if they go an hour with this match,
I'm going to
I
concessions,
don't,
man.
I don't think Punk is gonna be able to hold up that long.
Oh no, he gonna be tired. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be tired.
Yeah.
Boy,
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna sit down and go to sleep. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be asleep just.
I'm trying to think of what's the longest match that he's even had, even going back to AEW since he's come back.
I think that dog collar match was longer. It was like it was nearly an hour. It was like 45, 50 minutes. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I could be exaggerating.
yeah, kind of like The Rock, man. They need to just go on, wrap that up. Just like The Rock at WrestleMania, because that boy was gassed.
You
Oh,
like
yeah.
wrap it up, take us home, take us home.
Yeah,
Because
it was like-
listen, I'm telling y'all this right now. If any of these matches go too long, I am going to be. You're going to hear one yelling person, "Wrap it up, wrap it up."
oh my goodness. Get ready, people. It's about to be a situation. Oh man.
Well, speaking of situations, I guess you could say this is formed off of a situationship. It is for the Women's World Championship.
Oh.
Rhea Ripley challenges Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship with Dirty Dominic Mysterio locked inside of a shark cage above the ring. I'm just going to go ahead and start with this one. I feel like Liv is going to retain because someone's going to interfere on behalf of her. And Rhea's going to be on a side mission for the time being because I feel like they need to separate. We said it earlier in the show. I'm saying it now. They need to separate. So I feel like Liv is going to win. The focal point is going to be if Dom's going to stay in the cage because he's been pretty much the focal point of the entire feud, not the women's championship. So there's that. And I just feel like, yeah, we're just going to get to that point where someone's going to interfere on behalf of Liv, either a paid gun or someone who has beef with Rhea. I said Raquel, but they could swerve us and have somebody completely random or somebody completely new. We don't know, but I feel like this is just going to be where they split, or I could be completely wrong and they just have Rhea win and then they just move on. I don't know, but I feel like Liv retains because of outside interference. What about you, Hi-Lite?
Man, man, at this point, I'm kind of like, I don't care. I'm like, man, I guess, because the fan of a certain champion will be with me by default. I'll just say Liv retains for her to be happy about that.
We're definitely gonna get their predictions in person too.
For sure. So I guess for the sake of her, I'll just say Liv retains, and like you, I'm assuming this will be by some type of shenanigan of some sort that will dead this for at least however many months they decide to do this down the line. So yeah, give me Liv for the retain, and I don't think
What
Dom
about you,
will be
DJ?
affected.
Oh, yeah, he definitely not. That's what I'm saying. He's a red herring, just like KO's heel turn. He's definitely a red herring.
Yeah, for sure.
What about you, DJ?
I would love for her to retain so that we don't get like that rematch clause type of thing.
Oh,
I really just want to see the
Oh
storyline
yeah,
longer.
because honestly, they're kind of hot potato with that. Some people get a rematch clause, some people don't.
Yeah, that's
I
the
don't
yeah.
even,
one thing I kind of need. I want to see if they. I hope to see that
at one
with
point
this
in
new
canon, they
regime.
literally stopped. They said no more rematch clauses. It was like
Yeah,
2018, and then they just
I need
brought
them
it back
to.
for some reason.
Yeah, I need them to either figure it out or just like I don't mind the rematch clause. I just don't want it to be. I don't want this to be a
You just
thing.
ready for this? You ready for this
I need
story to
this over,
finish?
bro. I need this over.
So you just so I'm just gonna assume that your pick is just live to retain, so we
I'm
can move on.
hoping it's live, but my bro. I,
That's two straight views that Derek's like, please end this, wrap it up. It's
it's
like,
time to go, man. It's time to go. I didn't have this feeling Rhea's gonna get the title. So
okay,
Speaking
all right.
of, let's wrap it up. Damian Priest, Finn Balor,
Oh,
1-on-1.
man, man.
I don't really care.
I'm going. I understand the general consensus, especially the old school way that Raw ended with this segment. I'm gonna have to go with Finn getting the win. He needs to win. This man is losing like crazy. He's a loser. He
Mm,
loses when it counts.
Yeah,
wow.
This man can't even beat Edge as a demon. I'm going that far back. This man is losing. He needs to
True.
win.
That is true. Good point.
yeah.
What
Dang.
about you? What about you, DJ?
I'm going Finn as well. Um, I'm going Finn, but I just this is another storyline. I just don't care, bro. I don't care. I don't care. This needs to be over, man. And if he's gonna be the leader of Judgment Day, then I feel like putting him over on this one makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because they
Okay.
it's even though it's 2 months in, but it still is like this would be because if this is another situation where I'm gonna point on when we get to the last match that we're going to preview that this faction needs a win
Yes.
for us to take them serious because if they keep losing, it'll
No.
run into what I hate. I hate. May he continue to rest in peace. It's the Bray Wyatt booking
Yes.
where he will talk so much stuff for a
Yeah.
long period of time and then
Yeah.
lose.
Yeah.
To the
Yeah.
point you were just numb about it and like, I don't care because I don't believe you.
Exactly. It's like I don't believe anything you saying. You're just talking at this point, and I just
Yeah.
zone. And as a consumer, I just zone out. Fan of you or not, I'm just like okay, whatever.
Fair point.
So he needs he needs to win.
Yeah. He needs this one back.
What about you? Highlight. Who you got?
Well, I hate to be the guy that goes opposite of y'all, but I ain't gonna lie to you. This is the first split decision, I guess. I'm going Damien because you talk about needing wins. This brother's been beat up literally almost every week on Raw. This man has to finally get his get back. So like,
That's another thing I need them to hurry up and move to the point because I'm like, dude, if he get beat up one more week, I'm just gonna turn his segment off.
and that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, they've been beating this man up like for weeks. So at this point, I do feel we will get some type of shenanigan in this one too. Not Judgment Day. I feel like some new entity of Judgment Day is coming, like some new member, I guess, some to make this clique feel more serious. But I think it comes in the effort of a loss, meaning like he loses, but then this new entity shows up and I don't know, kind of ends it or something. I don't know, but something's just telling me Damien, so I'm gonna go with Damien.
I understand. The next match, well, the second to last match that we're going to talk about is for the regular WWE Women's Championship. Nia Jax defends against Bayley.
Wow.
Let's start with you. Highlight. Who do you got winning this one?
Uh, This
Before
one's
we get to
interesting.
that, why did they got Nia looking like that? What the hell?
That's what I was just staring at.
I mean, I'm trying. It's Nia and Bailey, bro.
Bailey, too.
'Cause
Like,
they got
yeah.
Bailey
What's
looking
happening?
like freaking Ursula right now, dog.
Yeah, what is happening?
These graphic designers,
They,
man.
they,
I don't
I don't
know.
know. They didn't cook with this one. No one
Yeah.
cooked it.
No,
Y'all burnt it actually.
it.
Throw it away. No seasoning. You just I bet you thought it was just salt and pepper and was just done with it, right?
Yeah, man. I don't know, dude.
But let's stay on track. Highlight who you got winning this.
Oh boy, I'm gonna say obviously Nia retains, and we're clearly gonna get another tease of a cash in from Tiffany, but I don't think we're actually gonna get the trigger pulled here, but it'll just be one of those like accidental. What are you doing? Oh no, my queen! I wasn't trying to cash in on you. I was trying to distract and help you, kind of thing. You know. So, yeah, give me Nia for the retain.
Okay. Well, in my case, I'm gonna go with Nia retaining, but I'm just gonna throw a curveball out here because Naomi is going to turn and cause Bailey out of frustration.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
Just to throw the curveball out there. That's my only curveball. Like, but I still see Nia retaining. What about you, DJ?
Yeah, I see her retaining as well, but it wouldn't shock me if she dropped either. But I need her to retain for her to be taken seriously with this title run. So yeah, I want her to retain. So I'm gonna go ahead and say retain as well.
I will say this about your theory, Josh, before you go. That is interesting, given that Bianca and Jade are going to be hosting. So, if she does that, that would be very interesting storytelling.
No, I just want something different. Like, I don't want it to be too predictable throughout the entire night. So, just throw some curveball out there. And then the last, but certainly not least, one of the most unpredictable, but will be drawn out main events or supposed main events of the evening. It is the new Bloodline Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu versus the undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes and the OTC, the original, the only tribal chief Roman Reigns. My only caveat with this entire card is no world titles on the line, but I'm not complaining either. But it is because it is what it is. Let's start with you, DJ. Who do you got winning this one, and how do you see it playing out? Do you see? I guess I can ask you these questions. Like, do you see someone debuting? Do you see a heel turn? As far as like Roman turning on Cody, or someone like KO Randy turning on Cody to kind of cost in the match, and then I guess that's the two part. And then I'm gonna ask you a question once you give me that, because my main question is gonna be who takes the pin.
Oh boy.
So I do believe that whoever is coming in as Roman's reinforcement will debut in this match. Either in it or after it.
Okay.
I can see Roman pinning Solo.
Okay.
But you have to have the cross at the end, right? Like Roman or Cody. You know what I wouldn't mind seeing? Wouldn't mind seeing Cody go heel here. So him betraying Roman on this one would be a good finish for me.
Okay.
That would be a shocking close. Like, if this were the main event, that would be a nice way to, I guess you could say, swerve everybody.
Yeah, because it'd be nice to see Cody as a heel. You know,
he has the verbiage and the I guess you could say the calm demeanor to portray a heel. He was heel on the Indies as the American Nightmare, so he could just bring that up to a 10.
He was heel in Legacy.
Yeah, I'm talking about as far as his current incarnation. I'm not even talking about.
Yeah. My bad.
Like, I'm saying like the current incarnation of American Nightmare. He was a heel in like Ring of Honor, New Japan.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
he can kind of revive that and then kind of evolve it. So
Yeah.
that'd be
I,
interesting.
'cause I think a heel turn would make his title run a little more interesting. To be honest, I'm not intrigued by it.
White
In your
meat
case,
baby
is
face.
yeah, you don't like white meat baby faces, so that also
Bro,
makes sense.
I'm just not there with it. Like certain baby faces I can rock with, like New Day. I like it. This I'm just not. I'm not there. So go ahead, go deal.
What about you,
Let me
Hala?
see.
Same scenario. Like, who do you got winning? Do you see a debut happening, and who takes the pin? And
Okay.
heel turn. And heel turn.
I don't think you get any heel turns, unfortunately.
Okay.
This feels like it's gonna go as clean as it gets. It's giving Rock Cena vibes in terms of that for this outcome. But I do think if we were to get a debut, I'm gonna say that Jimmy Uso returns.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say Jimmy Uso returns to help, and then obviously he's gonna help Roman because Solo's probably gonna think that he's helping him, and then he'll probably fake it like he's gonna do something to Roman, and then just kind of
that
super
that would
kick.
make Solo look stupid because like, bro, why would you think the guy that you took out is helping you?
Because they're still brothers by
Uh,
blood. So you'd be like, because he did like literally tell him, "I love you," and hugged him. You know what I'm saying? So he would think like, "Hey,
Yeah.
you're still my brother, so of course you're gonna side with me, right?" And then, no, I ain't forget what you did to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can see him teasing that, just a little bit.
I
Um,
respect it.
or he could just be full rogue and here's a thought: actually live out what his theme song was saying. Talk about family first. I put that in the past.
Uh,
you know,
I was born a king.
he can actually come back with a new persona and just be like F you and F you and just walk on
He
up out
could
that thing.
like help them win
Yeah.
and then just kick him in the face
Hmm.
and just walk away.
Yeah, let's
Like
get that nobody's.
I ain't forget what you said or did
Yeah,
to me.
yeah, yeah. Let's get that nobody's bitch Jimmy back. You know what I'm saying?
Rectify whatever they did when he turned heel the first time.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, let's do that.
So who do you got winning?
Oh, oh yeah. In terms of that, give me Roman and Cody. Solo takes the pin, unfortunately, because it ain't gonna be Jacob. Sorry,
By who? By Roman or Cody?
Roman, because I'm tired of Cody pinning Solo. I've seen that too many times now. Pause, just in case. But anyway, just in case, bro, because he just, man, look, yeah.
I'm to go with the same thing to it closes out. I I want to see Roman and Cody. That'll be a nice feel good moment to win. But I feel like this is another situation where I'm saying with the Judgment Day, if Solo and Jacob lose here,
Yeah.
who the fuck is gonna take them serious at
Mm,
all?
Yeah.
One or two ways I see this going. Either the bloodline wins, or this is basically a glorified segment to set up Survivor Series, and it's a no contest.
okay.
But for
Okay.
my official
Oh,
pick,
okay. Okay.
I see the new bloodline winning by shenanigans in the form of a debut or a return.
Hmm.
But no, I'll take that back. I still feel like the new bloodline should win because the Tongans are going to interfere. They're going to
Yes.
come out there and interfere and even the odds. But I feel like the new bloodline needs to win so bad
Yeah.
because it's like if they lose, who like Roman literally took out the Tongans by himself.
Higaleo.
He literally took them out by himself with no help. And then Jacob came in and evened the odds. And even then, they're teasing that. But if Solo or Jacob lose, who would take Jacob serious alongside Solo? Now, here's how I see it. if Roman and Cody wins, I mean, no, this is how I see it. Jacob goes crazy. I think I said this on my preview, on my predictions for 3NT podcast. I feel like Jacob's going to go crazy on Roman or Cody, and Solo is going to stop him from pinning and say, "Give me the pin." The kind of because they've been teasing that little tension between Jacob and Solo to where Jacob's like, "I love you so," like he had to reiterate that he loves Solo.
Yeah.
So that's just if the Bloodline wins. I want the Bloodline to win, but Cody and Roman is going to win. I'm just go ahead and pick that right there. I want the Bloodline to win, but yeah, I just feel like Cody and Roman's going to win. But we also keep in mind we have until Friday to change our mind.
There it is.
Yeah. For right now, Cody and Roman's going to win, and then by Friday I'll be like, "Yep, I'm sticking with it." But yeah, Cody and Roman's going to win. As far as return, Jimmy returns, but I like that idea of him going rogue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is a good one.
But then it's like, what do they do with the Survivor Series War Games?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my pick. Cody Roman wins. Jimmy Uso returns. And as far as who's pinning who, Roman is pinning Solo. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is what it is. And that is our show, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this installment of the Gresh Unleashed podcast. This has been episode 90. This has been your boy, Joshua Gresham, a.k.a. Gresh. Where can they find you, my brother, Derek?
Yeah, you can follow me at OTS Media Co. on all social media platforms. My personal page, I don't post on there, so there's no need to follow me. But yeah, OTS Media Co. all social media platforms.
Man. There it
Hey,
is.
Hi-Lite, how was that weekend? You want to talk about it real quick? Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Nah, man. Shout out to NYC, man. NYC was dope. Everybody was really supportive in their really, really cool experience up there. Truly is a big city. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, yeah, no, this city is pretty freaking huge. But I enjoyed it, you know. Didn't get to really explore too much of it because I was more there on business, but I definitely plan to go back to NYC and check out some things on a tourist level kind of vibe. But we didn't win, unfortunately. We got bounced out in the first round exit. But that is on a controversial tip because a lot of people really felt like your boy got robbed. Should have went down a little further down in the rounds. But, you know, hey, the impact was made. The impact was felt. And at the end of the day, it was a really cool experience. Made a lot of new friends and found some new wrestling rapping friends that let's just say we all are going to come up with some wrestling bars. Let's just say we got a track brewing amongst us four, and I think it's going to be a lyrical situation. That's all I can really give right now, based off what I found out this past weekend. Shout out to my boy Q Flow representing from North Philly. You know what I mean? He was actually at WrestleMania. Had I known that, I would have linked up with him while we was up there in Philly that time. And shout out to my boy Hakeem, the Truth. I mean, no, Malachi the Truth. I keep saying Hakeem. I don't know why Hakeem keeps coming to mind. Sorry, my guy. I bashed that. But Malachi the Truth. And, of course, can't forget my boy RQ Tech. Like I said, remember those names because, trust me, your boy's going to be collabing with them on some wrestling bars pretty freaking soon. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it for the NYC experience, man. Catch me on Instagram / TikTok at Hi-Lite Life, HILITE Life, and we'll have the recap videos of that whole NYC experience coming soon, man.
Yes, sir. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of the Gresh Unleashed podcast. If you guys want to keep hearing your boy vocally, I will be over at the Public Enemies podcast this Thursday at 7:15 or 7 o'clock, one of those numbers. I will also not be at my desk. I will be out of town on work, so I will be having my virtual setup I'm back on the road for this time, and I will be back literally the day of Bad Blood. So I will be fresh off the road when it's time to hit up the venue for Bad Blood, but it still should be a good time with everybody kicking it and vibing. Other than that, hopefully you guys continue to support the podcast, everybody's content, everybody's show. Scan that QR code. You want to subscribe to the podcast. Give us a 5-star rating wherever you listen to your podcast, and do the darn thing and help us get a multitude of 5 stars. Because if you give us the 5 stars, I guess it goes up. I don't know the algorithm. I guess that's how it works. So hopefully you guys could enjoy what we bring to you every Tuesday. And new episode of the GRESH Unleashed podcast next Tuesday, 9:45 p.m. Eastern Standard time, same place, but same outcome. And with that being said, you guys stay safe out here in these streets. And remember to always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Also, rest in peace to John Amos. Legendary career. But yeah, we out. Y'all be breezy. It's time for me